What is up, YouTube? Check this out, man. Diddy, desperate plot to ensure kids continue Combs' brand. What? Y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that bell. Teacher Tales, I seen that at the court building. I'm pretty sure y'all saw the video by now. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Y'all get in here. We gotta talk. Now listen, Diddy is broke. Billionaire broke, not regular person broke.
Yeah.
But let me tell you how broke you gotta be to live off a jet, not fly on it. Live off the debt. Y'all, Diddy and his kids are apparently out here funding their lifestyle and legal costs, allegedly, which we're going to get into is going to be a major issue, and the feds are taking issue with it. They're quietly renting out his private plane like it's an Airbnb Lex, but the only catch, they can't tell anybody it's his because just like his home that couldn't sell, nobody wants to be associated with Diddy. Now, here's the thing, right? Let's get real. No one wants to party on a jet currently under federal investigation unless they're trying to catch a RICO charge with their mimosa in hand. And even then, the jet is still allegedly registered under one of his companies. So now it's not just transportation, it's potential evidence. Again, the federal forfeiture law, you're using money from the company to fund, that should be going to the company to fund your lifestyle. And it's being alleged you're also using it to fund your legal. This goes into the federal forfeiture and how they can literally say, no, this was in furtherance of the RICO. But let's keep going, right? Meanwhile, all Diddy's other assets, baby, they are basically radioactive. The houses raided, brands dropping him, music bag dried up. I mean, is anybody still streaming Bad Boy? And I don't care what y'all said. How many people were actually really streaming Bad Boy to begin with? But that jet, let's talk about the jet. That jet is the last stream of income they've got. That black jet is the only thing keeping designer bags, designer deliveries on time, and those penthouse lights on. And the wildest part, the only way they can keep making money off of it is if people don't know it's Diddy. But I'm sorry, isn't it literally called the black jet? I mean, we're not exactly being subtle. I'm sure people can pick it up. Baby, this is a lot. So here we are. Diddy's team is broke. Well, at least billionaire broke. And let's not forget, his legal fees are already in the millions each month. This is the type of broke where you don't have liquid cash, but you still got a jet in circulation. This is not just delusion. This is strategy. And you guys, again, this might be the very thing that actually takes Diddy down. All right, y'all, let's get into this because, baby, we got to talk about the family strategy. Is it a legacy or a lifestyle? We also got to talk about the lavish lifestyle and how it continues. You guys, now here's where it starts to feel extra insulting. While most defendants under federal investigation are laying low, Diddy is living in a bubble, a $98 million Beverly Hills bubble. If you want to actually take it down, that mansion, the same one raided by the feds, is still technically in his possession. The same goes for the private jet. It was tracked leaving the country in March, and multiple luxury properties that haven't been liquidated. And people are starting to notice. So it begs the question, if Diddy's broke, how's he still filing private? If his assets are frozen, how's he still affording his lifestyle? The speculation is that this is the play. Diddy may be dragging out this legal fight because maintaining the appearance of wealth is his last remaining income stream. He's not just preserving his status, he's protecting a cash flow that comes from looking like he still has it. And a lot of people see it as wildly unfair. Regular folks lose their jobs or homes over a single missed payment. But Diddy, facing federal charges, he's still dripping in designer and moving like a mogul. Some are calling it privilege, while others say it's a strategy. Because here's the thing, if the empire crumbles, at least his daughters and sons can still live in their apartments, even Star Island, or wherever. His daughters can live even in penthouse apartments until they marry up. And his sons can stay adjacent to the industry long enough to land their own deals, or maybe rich girlfriends. And get this, Diddy's not fighting to clear his name only. He's fighting to stay a luxury brand. For many watching this unfold, it feels like a slap in the face. A man under investigation for sex trafficking and abuse allegations, still moving like he's untouchable, still flaunting the wealth that many believe should have been seized months ago. Yeah, that's a no. But get into the family strategy and the legacy and the lifestyle. Again, flashy Instagram posts of Diddy's daughters in designer clothes. And I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but it is ill-fated that at the end of the day, this empire was built on the blood, sweat, and tears of other people. His sons posing with industry elites performing or at high-end events, paparazzi footage of the kids out shopping or boarding private planes, and a headline collage saying, it's like, it's a little bit weird, right? Now, this is where the public opinion really starts to shift, because as much as people sympathize with his kids, because at the end of the day, they're not their daddy. I hope not. And basically, they're caught in his scandal too. There's a growing belief that Diddy's family isn't standing by him out of love. They're standing by him to preserve the bag. Because let's be real. And we gotta be. In most high-profile scandals, the first people to distance themselves are the kids, especially adult ones. And that doesn't mean you don't love them. It don't mean you support, but nobody stands there. Harvey Weinstein's kids, were they marching arm in arm with their daddy, waving high in court? When it's just it's visuals. You can't look like you support that. But Diddy's crew, they stay silent. And even worse, they've doubled down. They're defending him, and they are standing right by his side. And people are starting to say the quiet part out loud. This isn't about justice. It's about Dior. Okay, you'll see comments like, they don't care what their dad did as long as the Amex still works. And they were fine with the violence, the NDAs, the whispers, as long as the lifestyle stayed untouched. There was no tears. There was no shock. There's no public reckoning, just curated photo shoots, luxury vacations, and carefully polished family brand that sells one thing: image over integrity. It paints a disturbing picture, because if the allegations are true, and if Diddy did orchestrate violence, abuse, or coercion behind closed doors, then this isn't just a case of a powerful man spiraling. It's a family business built on looking the other way. And some say Diddy knows that. And that's why he's fighting so hard to hang on to what's left. Because even if he can't be a billionaire anymore, he can still make sure his girls and boys have a $300K a month allowances, lavish apartments, and enough designer clothes to still flex. And get this, and make sure that he leaves the boys room to make their deals happen. Forget legacy. Forget clearing its name. This is about maintaining access to fashion weeks, to penthouses, to red carpets, to elite circles. And the harsh truth many are waking up to is this: does a family really want justice? Or do they just want their uninterrupted luxury? And for some, that makes them not victims, but co-conspirators in a bigger game. And you guys, let's also not overlook, despite the media outlets that Diddy's team is allegedly paying and the people that think that they'll get a few trinkets of gold if they help Diddy beat this, let's look at what the public is really saying. This isn't just about Diddy. This is where the outrage goes beyond just one man, and it enters cultural war territory. People aren't just asking, why is Diddy still rich? They're asking, why does this keep happening to men in power? Why do celebrities get to rebrand, pivot, and profit while regular people suffer? And underneath it all is this unshakable feeling that Diddy's not the exception. He's the system, the machine, the brand, the image. And this case is triggering deep frustration for everyday people who've seen this cycle before. Again, a powerful man faces horrific allegations. Victims come forward. PR crisis is managed. Wealth is shifted, not seized. And the lifestyle is protected at all costs. The fact that he's still flying private, still in possession of multiple properties, and still being protected by silence, that's not just unfair. To many, it's infuriating. Look at what people are saying online. He's just another rich man buying time while victims lose years of their lives. Or justice only moves fast when you're broke. Or this is why survivors don't speak up. Money talks and silence pays. And that's why this moment matters, you guys. Okay? Because it's exposing what people already fear. That in America, if you're rich enough, famous enough, strategic enough, you don't need to be innocent. You just need to keep the brand alive. Diddy's not just fighting for freedom. He's fighting to keep the illusion going for himself, for his kids, and for the industry that still benefits from his name. And that's what people are really angry about. It's not that he's different. It's not about that. It's that he's proof nothing has changed. Anyway, you guys, what do y'all think about this? Diddy has to pay the bill somehow. I agree. But there is something weird about the kids, and they're not kids anymore. They're grown people flaunting a lifestyle that even at the best was made off of stealing and taking advantage, and at the worst was built on the blood, sweat, forced labor, and sexual slavery of people around them. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye. Most definitely, man. I wanted to get that out there because she made a lot of good, important points that I don't know what the kids that think they grown. They, once you turn 25, 26, 28 in that area, 28, 29, 30, you feeling the 21s, you wasn't grown. That's when you start feeling that. Damn, 21, 22, I thought I was grown. Boy, I'm just starting. Yeah. So the kids, man, I don't know. I don't know what they feeling, man. That's crazy. But whatever they doing, they being looked at like they under a microscope. They got the Diddy coin came out. They trying to help pay for this stuff they got to pay for that big house. They got to pay them bills, baby. And Diddy and the lawyers is probably saying, yo, man, you got to figure it out yourself. I'm not here no more. Y'all better do something with all this stuff y'all got. That's crazy, man. Hey, we're going to keep it posted. I bet you this going to go on for another 2 years, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. It's going to be info going on about, especially the kids. Look here, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.